So I saw a funny meme today about Craigslist,
Huh.
but I've been thinking, how did it start?
Well,
Like, I know how eBay started, but how did Craigslist start?
yeah, so apparently the guy who started Craigslist was some guy named Craig, and he was in San Francisco, but I don't know too much about it. But what I do know about,
But you're right.
yeah, TikTok. Jake and I,
Oh, hey,
Jake.
there's a podcast about that.
Hello, we know a lot about TikTok.
A lot
much
about
more than
TikTok.
we know.
That's right.
Exactly, more than we know about Craigslist.
So why don't we do a podcast about TikTok?
Guys, what if we started a podcast and called it the only TikTok podcast? I think it could do quite well.
I'm just going to assume there's no other ones like it, and we'll just
Exactly.
go with the
Yeah,
only
let's just-
TikTok podcast.
Let's just jump into it. I think that's a great idea.
All right. Welcome to the Only TikTok podcast. My name is Joe, and I am one of the hosts. And with me is Jake Trumper,
Hello.
and Floral is not with us today because that tornado that blew her away.
MIA.
She's still.
It came back. She landed and then it came back and picked her up again. We don't even know. I think she's somewhere in Canada now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like Candyland where you just move your piece.
Yeah.
Like the tornado
Unheard
picked
of.
her up and put her piece down somewhere, and she has to constantly just work her way back home. And with us today, we have a special guest, DaftPina.
Hello.
Welcome. Should we just call you Daft?
You can just call me Daft if I can call you Joe.
Sure. Yeah, call me Joe. I'm okay with that.
I actually prefer my full birth name, so if everyone could just call me Jacob Joshua Trumper, I'd really...
Jacothan.
Jacothan. Actually, that was my birth name. Crazy. My parents wanted to be different, so they said Jacothan. So I'd really appreciate that.
I actually like Jacothan
Jacothan.
Yeah,
because
I'd really
it's
appreciate it.
trash, but it's fine trash. Jacothan from Florida.
It's a fine trash. That's literally the definition of me. You look at me and you're like, oh, some fine trash right there.
And speaking of trash,
Why don't we
I have a good segue.
And
segue.
speaking of fine trash, TikTok. Oh, go. You're
Oh, did
Alright,
you
I
have
have a
a
segue.
You have a
Speaking
segue?
of trash,
Let's hear it.
whenever I order from Amazon, I always recycle, as you do, which reminds me of some news I found today.
Oh,
July 11th is what happened on Amazon when they sent out an email telling their employees to delete TikTok from their phones before quickly reverting that.
Oh, yes, I saw that. It just it helped add fuel to the fire of the paranormal,
The paranormal
paranoia
TikTok.
of TikTok,
and the paranormal when you think of it.
and the ghosts of TikTok. Ooh,
How would we know about ghosts if TikTok didn't exist?
Right.
exactly?
They do have
Thank
that
you.
filter that lets you see ghosts.
But only kids see ghosts.
Right. This is really a series of events leading up to this.
Yeah.
It got banned in India.
Yes, and we all made memes about it. We all memed that. We were like, haha, sucks to be you, India. We unplugged your Wi-Fi. And now America's like, oh, actually, maybe we will too.
I found a story about a guy in India, right? His name is Olha Kamathe.
Mhm.
Really hope I'm pronouncing his name right. 41-year-old gym owner. He eats chicken on TikTok. Millions of people watch him. They can't anymore. We always have the one food YouTuber we watch.
Yeah, this is
That-
sad.
Is that the full story? Like, it's just sad. It's just the sad ending, not some like great story of him coming back.
It's sad because he's enjoying his favorite food, right? Chicken. I love chicken. But he can't eat it anymore
Yeah, chicken.
with people watching.
Well,
I
I don't. Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna stop. I thought he was just gonna say, and now he can't eat it anymore. Like TikTok was somehow giving him the chicken
permission.
Like it's just like this really. It's like mutually exclusive. It's like no TikTok, no
It'd
chicken.
be a great documentary. He actually likes beef. He's like, I've been living a lot.
in the chat, people are asking what kind of content you create.
I create reviews and interviews, all the view type things about animation on YouTube.
Oh, there you go. That answers that. And thank you for being with us today on such short notice.
Honestly, yeah, it really means a lot. Like, I was just I've heard of you before, but really started like paying more attention to your content when Joe said like, hey, he might be willing to grace us with his presence. And I saw your content, I was like, oh my God, thank you. It's like when God comes down and touches the mortals.
Does he do that often? Am I sleeping on those days?
No, this isn't a meme. I'm overly nice to the point where it sometimes sounds like I'm being genuine. I promise.
Comes off to the point where it comes off as like a creepy compliment.
Yeah. If I ever like genuinely find someone like intriguing or like love their content, it's like pouring too much sugar on a pancake.
Pour sugar on pancakes. I should just do syrup.
You know what? The analogy was bad. I was hoping you would overlook it, and we just went back to the God touching mortals. But this is
like
a train
the
wreck.
Pancake
and speaking of train
crunch.
wrecks,
Speaking of train wrecks.
Ooh. Good. Oh, try sugar on your pancake. I've never tried it, but maybe it works.
No. Have you ever tried bacon?
Yes. Oh my God, that is genuinely delicious.
I have a farm in my room. I'm just gonna put in animal noises there.
What?
I like that.
So
I hear the
let's
cows.
talk about TikTok's. Oh yeah, that was a cow. Let's talk about TikTok's position in the United States. Right, according to CNBC, 65 million monthly users. If TikTok goes away, that would be bad for for those users and also for the company. And apparently, other companies like Facebook and Snapchat, I believe, are already testing their replacements for TikTok.
It happened in India, as Instagram actually flooded the market back when they're banning it, which makes sense, right?
Oh.
Instagram is fine.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
that's all we can say.
Well,
it's funny to.
In India, there's apparently 600 million users of TikTok.
Jeez, that's so. It's interesting to me because, from my understanding, almost any apps wasn't Facebook under fire for like stealing our information and selling it as well. So I've always found it interesting, like
every app
picking and choosing on which one's bad. Obviously,
if you do want to lessen your digital footprint, I do recommend DuckDuckGo instead of Google. DuckDuckGo does not track you.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice. I hear ads on the radio all the time. I'm like, they have radio money?
Oh my God. That's how I know it. I think I've literally heard it on our station.
You've literally read an ad read, and you're like, I remember this. I'm not just saying words.
I just blanked out. I just blank out after I read it. I just read it and just forget about it in my subconscious.
The great DuckDuckGo has graced us with its beak.
I have ducks. I have ducks in my room.
Yeah, I keep hearing them. I don't want to address
Joe
it.
just. Yeah, Joe. Joe, this is really. I'm really glad you bought all these animals for the joke.
Just for this episode,
saying you have animals. Was it worth the money?
So, Jake, let me ask you this: if TikTok was banned, what would you do? Would you go to a different platform or what?
The what?
Yeah,
or
what? Would you go to a different platform, or like you tell me? What would be your reaction?
I'd go back to focusing more on YouTube. I kind of gave up on YouTube when TikTok came back because ever since I got hacked, I was marked as spam. So I've just been stuck at 26K for a year. So I just was like, whatever, I'll go to TikTok. I think I'd just go back to focusing on YouTube if that shut down.
That's what happened when Vine closed down. All the Vine stars became YouTubers. Yep. They became millionaires.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
There's always a chance, I would say, because I've seen some good stuff on TikTok. Way more so than Vine.
I agreed. I genuinely think it's because you can have more time on there. But going back to the stealing your information, didn't the CEO of TikTok say technically the information stored here in America and then one other place that's not China, so legally they wouldn't have to give our information? Yeah, Singapore. So they wouldn't have to give our information to China. But then again, it's like, do you really want to believe a CEO? But then the United States government's like, we believe American CEOs, but not that.
It would be funny
CEO. So it's
if TikTok just said, you know what, we do. And then you're going to say, whoa, oh. Like we expected them to say we don't. But then they said we do. What are you gonna do about it? You want to see memes?
We do sell your information. Yeah, we are handing your information. What are you gonna do? You're addicted.
That'd be such a baller move. They're like, are you giving our information to the Chinese government?
Hell yeah.
Yes, we are. We've made quite a bit of money off of your information. And then all of a sudden they just start telling the government officials, they're like, and your grandkid, Susie B. Michaels, and your grandson, it just starts naming them. It's like terrifying.
Starts revealing everybody's secrets.
Which happens a lot.
Everyone just starts panicking. They're like, oh my God, how'd they know?
I've seen many leaks.
It was all true.
Of whatnot. Remember the PlayStation attacks of 2011, 2012?
Yes.
And even recently,
I do.
The AOL leaks and all the email leaks of everything. It's
like,
programs are very easily hacked. Programs are just like, wow.
Plus, here's a quandary.
Mm-hmm.
If people want to give up their personal data, should they be allowed to?
There are...
Right? Because I get
I feel like...
Let's say it's a national security threat. Should the government have to prove that it's a national security threat, or should they be able to get rid of the app to ban it?
Basically, whenever you get any app, you're basically signing a virtual contract that's not there, but you're like signing away the rights to your information that you have on your phone with almost any app. It's so funny. Everyone's like, I'm deleting TikTok. It's like, well, delete literally everything else you have too.
People don't read the terms and services because they found this thing people were doing back in June on Twitter, a friend circle, right? Where it shows you who you've been interacting with. And I saw many of my friends doing this. And so I looked it up, and it said, do you give this app permission to follow, unfollow, change your password, and all these things? And I brought this up with a friend. They said, well, they could do that, but they won't. It's like, but you're giving them permission to delete and change your password.
Yeah.
To change their password. Why would they need permission to do that?
They don't.
It's weird.
They just don't.
Yeah, it's one of those like hidden things where it's like, oh, you're just going to click on it because you're like, oh, this is just what everyone asks, because our attention span's getting lesser and lesser. It used to be, oh, no one's got time to read the whole terms and services. Now it's no one has time to read like 2 sentences. It's just like,
luckily,
like the 4 bullet points of the things that you're giving it access to.
For iPhones now, it actually shows you what data is being taken and used. It was found that TikTok saves clipboard data.
Oh, I heard about that.
And it's like, what do you... Be careful. Be careful what you're clipping. Be careful what you're copying.
Yep, I learned that. Yep, I learned that after I put like important information on there, and I was like, well, immediately delete that. And then I was talking to my sister. She has like all of her important information on the clipboard. I was like, delete it. Get it. Crush it right now. Get rid of it.
People are copying and pasting everything from, their private information to their movie script ideas.
The entire movie
TikTok
script.
got a hold of my movie script ideas. Oh my God, $1 billion ideas right there.
Can we hear one of them?
Yeah, pitch us an idea.
Yeah, we'll give you the green light or the red light.
Give us a log line.
All right. No. All right. In a world.
Give us an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, you want to...
Sorry, just kidding.
No. Adam Sandler's good. He's funny.
Adam Sandler... well, all right, I got it. In a world where a man finds religion as his relief, he also finds a desire to kill.
Define relief.
The tales of a religious sociopath
Define kill.
is finally released.
Define released.
Follow as James hunts down the true calling of his want to kill and his love for religion.
Define religion.
Will God stop this sinner from committing the ultimate crime? Only you can tell. Starring Adam Sandler as James, the lovable sociopath.
I can't relate to a guy named James.
His name's James?
Why can't it just be Adam? I relate to a guy named Adam.
I don't know. I just made that up on the spot.
Can you change
I thought that might be... yeah, it's up for... It doesn't... yeah, you can change it, I guess.
Daft and I are hung up on the James part.
He can be Adam. The name doesn't matter. You guys are like, we're just going to make a few changes, and it's just a completely different movie.
I don't really like that religion is his relief. Could we make it that race cars are his relief?
Drugs and race cars?
Yeah, trucks and race cars.
Oh, even better. Doing drugs in race cars.
Instead of like talking to a pastor, he's like talking to his race coach.
I like that a little better. I could greenlight.
Yeah, I can
that.
see that. It's like I can see
But
Adam.
Instead of his
race
race car coach, could we make it his pastor still?
So it's like a pastor race car coach. So it's like, as Leviticus 22:22 said, if you ain't first,
well, they don't acknowledge
last. And then he's like, that was Ricky Bobby. He's like, oh yeah, I get that confused sometimes.
They never acknowledge he's a pastor. He's just hanging out at the church.
Well, like greener pastors.
He just hangs outside the church.
On the pasture.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the field.
He's the, have you guys seen Raptor Preacher?
Yeah.
No, but I've seen Shark Exorcist.
No. I've only seen one film.
Yep. Okay, close enough. That's
the
cool.
film I saw.
That's our lead act. That's our side character.
All right. I could dig it.
I'll sink $6 billion.
Holy! Like I don't know if we can make that money back. Full disclosure, I don't know if we can make $6 billion.
Where's that money coming from? Which studio are you with?
Yeah.
Always great at ruining transitions. TikTok may lose up to $6 billion because of
we
India
messed up
banning
another
it.
one. Oh my
we
god!
All right, here, give that to us again.
Give us another try.
I'd sink $6 billion into that idea.
$6 billion. That's the amount of money that TikTok would lose, and if they were to be banned, right? In India.
Incredible.
Yeah, no, that's scary. I would say
that's such a large amount of money.
That's $6 billion. That's enough to buy $6 billion cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
Yeah. Would you guys? Yeah. Would you guys say TikTok has risen to like Titan form? Like it's as big as like Twitch and YouTube?
Well,
yes.
It's the largest tech startup in the world at over $100 billion.
I would say it's pretty big.
But it's not as established, I don't think. Quite as established.
Yeah.
But it's up there.
We're actually living in a time where we'll see 3 things fail. Quibi, save for the only Quibi podcast.
Sure.
TikTok and Mixer, all within the same year.
Oh yeah, Mixer already failed, and Mixer's donezo. Quibi, I feel bad for Quibi. They just came out at an awful time.
I think for the celebrities that were hired, Quibi was great for them. They're like, here's 100,000 to do something. Oops, the app is gone. Looks I don't got to do the thing anymore.
Oh yeah, that's just like Ninja getting out of Mixer. They're like, here's millions of dollars to join. Oh shit, here's millions of dollars to leave.
Do you remember Princess?
He's actually on YouTube. Go on.
There in the early 2000s, Matt Parker and Trey Stone. Or it was Matt Stone and Trey Parker. The South Park guys, they were paid $2 million to make a series called Princess, and then for Shockwave.com. I don't know if you've seen them. They're these like horribly vile, disgusting cartoons.
Never seen it.
And
ever.
After 2 episodes, they didn't request any more episodes, so they basically got paid $1 million per episode. Then they were like, we don't want it anymore. They still got paid. They're like, this isn't what we wanted.
Wow, good for them.
I should look into that.
Princess.
If it's Flash animated, perhaps I can review it.
Ooh,
yes.
Ooh, that'd be hot. Like I said, I just started really getting into your content now. So now if I see that, I'll be like, oh my god, I was there when it was a conception.
I was there in the before times.
I'll comment that, and it'll just get buried, and it'll have like one mean comment that's like, "Shut up, dude! No, you weren't." I'll be like, "Oh, dang it."
I think if TikTok went away, I would start a YouTube channel and still just make like 1-minute videos and put them on YouTube and just
see what happens.
Yeah, try to grow my channel. It would be interesting what we would do with this podcast if TikTok. I say we still keep doing it for a while.
Oh, I just kill it. I'd be like, well, it's dead. And I'd be like, peace out, guys.
That's the other thing too. I mean, what's the point in doing a TikTok podcast when there's no TikTok?
Oh, I would jump shit. I'd be like, I love you guys to death, but it's dead.
Start a new project, maybe.
Well, since you guys are the only TikTok podcast, you just linger on to make sure no one else starts one in your way.
Yeah.
We're gatekeepers. We're just gatekeepers. We're like, no one's starting it.
Every time somebody starts a new TikTok podcast, we just go into their Discord chat and just harass them. Hit like quit. Yeah, like hack their stuff and like delete it. Just vandalize it.
That would be hilarious.
Let's play 4D chess, guys. When TikTok fails, right, it's going to get banned.
Yeah.
They don't want to use TikTok anymore. They don't want to use the name anymore. So TikTok means nothing. You could just buy the name.
Wow.
And so you just rebrand as the TikTok podcast.
That would be hilarious. So I guess both of your guys' opinions, I'm very interested in it. Do you guys think TikTok should be banned?
No. I don't think so, because unless there's like an actual imminent threat.
We are only in the cusp of seeing what it's taking from people. Yeah. And so if it turns out, no, they're not, TikTok is fine. But if they are and they want to keep existing, they'd have to regulate it.
Yep.
And they'd have to be like the company Huawei. Huawei is another Chinese company. They make fantastic phones.
Yep.
Right? Great stuff. And they're even producing 5G towers in London.
Yeah, I heard about that. But we refused to sell them, right?
Yeah, because 5G it was some dumb conspiracy.
No, I don't think that's why.
No, it's because they think that Huawei is taking information.
Yeah. I saw that. I was in a fight with someone on Facebook who was like saying, "Nope, China, no matter what they make, they steal our information." And they source that. They're like, these phones steal your information. That's why we don't sell them in America.
Even though the fun thing, I'll tell you, is a company contacted me through email. It's like an Amazon, it's like a Asia Amazon.
Oh, dang.
Banggood.com. And so they said, we'll send you an item to review throughout the service.
Oh, nice.
And so I talked with some of my people, my friends, who live around that area, and they said, it's fine, it's just slow.
Oh.
Just as slow. And so they sent me this tablet I've never heard of, Aldo Cube. It's fine.
What noise does it make when you open it?
So like when I turn it on, as you can hear, apart from that terrible noise, it's just basic Android 9. It works, it's fine.
That's my favorite review ever. Just everything you say, you're just like, it's fine.
It works.
Solid, fine. It works. That's such an honest review. I really appreciate it.
It'll go more in depth when I talk about it in the video. But I was surprised. I was like, this thing...
Whew. You heard it here first.
Woo! Wow, another first. We're killing it, bro. Wow, we got another first.
Jake, have you seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Only like a bajillion. Yes, I have.
Last night, Daft and I were reviewing and talking about the themes of Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, dude, what do you mean? That's like top 10 favorite movies.
Should we spend a minute, and Lars, should we spend a minute to just talk a little bit about that briefly? Like, I feel like since it was, I don't know.
How would Jordan Belfort take TikTok?
Oh,
dude,
how would he take it?
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
No, go ahead. I was just talking about, I followed him on Twitter for a while to see what he was up to.
Oh, Jordan?
But go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I think that he would be good at it. I think given his...
Oh, yeah.
I think given his sales background and his ability to like be persuasive, if he wanted to have a viral video, he could go viral over and over again. He would say, "Sell me this pen," and it would be like his thing on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just went to his Twitter, and his @ is Wolf of Wall Street, and he has the banner from the movie.
You know, there were no wolves in that movie, which we were talking about last night.
We proved there was one. But I'm focusing on...
There is a wolf at one point. There's 100% a wolf.
Oh.
I vividly remember a wolf.
Really? There's a wolf in my room right now, which you can hear.
How is that wolf not attacking?
Leonardo DiCaprio said, "Get this wolf out of my office." And then they just never addressed it again.
This wolf out of my office. Did that happen?
Yes! Yes! Isn't it a plushy wolf? Like a stuffed wolf?
I hope it was.
I kind of...
Because it barked, but I don't know if I heard it or not.
Well, now I gotta go back and rewatch it. Oh, can I ask you guys another kind of controversial question?
Yeah.
Was the Wolf of Wall Street a controversial question?
Oh, no. It's back to TikTok. Do you think the government, aka maybe more right-leaning government officials, are paying more attention to TikTok now because multiple teens have come together to troll Trump not once but twice using TikTok.
Yeah, I think so because I think so.
For all we know, it just could be the angry parents who have kids who use TikTok. They're like, I'm gonna ground you. But I'm gonna 3D chess ground you by taking away TikTok forever.
Next level, you're like, oh, you don't think we can do anything? Huh? You think because we're old we can't do anything? Well, guess what? Now it's banned.
Next level parenting. Don't do that to kids.
It was interesting. Mike Pompeo said that they were looking at banning TikTok because of national security concerns, but Trump said that they were looking to ban TikTok for retaliation against the Chinese, right? Chinese government.
Could you show me that? I was in a fight on Facebook with a relative. I fight with my relatives on Facebook way too much, but I was saying that I was like, it would make.
Why would you do that?
I don't talk politics on any other social media. You can go look at anything else. No, never politics, but Facebook, all the time. Joe and I are friends on Facebook,
Except
and
this podcast.
This
podcast is a social media if you think about it.
True, but I technically haven't given my opinion. I'll mention politics, but I never give my opinion on it. I'm not like so and so is bad, so and so is good. But on Facebook, no, nothing's holding me back.
There is a border dispute between India and China, which pushed why India would ban it in their country.
That makes sense. And also, is it banned in Hong Kong now? As well?
Hong Kong's part of China still.
Okay, that's what there was something that happened in Hong Kong that caused more controversy with it.
It's still happening.
The CPP or whatever?
Yes, yeah.
Do you think
that was also a large part?
What? Huh?
Do you think it would be a hit to free speech to ban TikTok?
I think it's much more authoritarian to start banning, because I've been to China. When I visited China, that we had to use a VPN because everything is banned there, and it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if they can prove
what were you up to in China?
What's up?
Yeah, what's up? What you were doing in China?
Me and my friends, we were in a Russian class together, and we're like, dude, let's go to Russia, take the Trans-Siberian Railroad, go through Mongolia, and end up in China. And we did it. It was crazy. It's scary.
You have to use a VPN
in China to make it work because just everything was banned.
Interesting.
Because again, it's very authoritarian.
Is another question I'll ask.
Russia, dude, let me tell you, I went to a McDonald's at Russia, and I was speaking Russian. I ordered it, and I had my friend back me up to make sure I was saying it right. He knew it really well. They just don't care what you order. They're basically just like, this is what you get. This is your order now. And just other Russian citizens I was watching as they ordered something, got something different, and just were like, this is fine. This is mine now.
It's just they're just really lax.
Well, can you imagine?
They're just like, this is mine.
The first McDonald's to come to Russia.
It was probably crazy.
It was probably whoa.
Yeah, dude, people just don't care. There's road.
No, that's it.
Just whoa. They're probably just like, whoa. All right,
whoa.
I guess I'll order chicken and end up with a fish sandwich because that's what happened to me. Awful.
Yes. It doesn't matter if you have a dietary restriction or not.
They do not. Dude, road work, straight up.
We were in a taxi. It happens in America, too.
Dude, the road work, they just drove around it. I thought we were going to, fall into, a hole or something. Our taxi driver just didn't care. It was so cool. And, American money's technically illegal, so the way, when we were in China and transitioned our money, it was like the DMV. You had to sit there, you had to wait, you had to be a certain age, you had to have all this. In Russia, you just went to an alley. They opened up a big steel door. 2 people allowed in at a time. You gave them the American money. They gave you the ruble. You were done.
That's how it works. That's how it works in Argentina too. I was looking into it because I was thinking about moving there before the whole.
You still have some Russian money?
Yeah, I do.
Guys, let me change the subject briefly. What do you think of this? I would love to one day buy a nice, big, comfortable van and travel the country and just live in my van. Spend months at a time in Europe.
And if TikTok wasn't ripped away, you could TikTok doing that.
Well, I'd still have my phone and data.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun to just...
A lot of...
just live in your van? I think that'd be cool.
Depends on how big the van is.
It'd have to be pretty big, like a 12-seater or something, I think.
It'd have
to be sizable?
Yeah. I'm also materialistic.
Yeah.
Like a camper, like a big camper.
RVs? but it's like smaller.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about?
I love materials too much.
We don't hook it onto the back of a truck.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't get rid of my stuff.
I wouldn't want to hook it onto the back of a truck. I would want to, like, if there was a big, like a big van, like people do that. They have a bed that folds up. They have a table that folds out. Everything's collapsible.
You better link this.
They're all over TikTok.
When this
People,
episode's released. This.
it's not even that big.
Not bad. I live in there for a bit.
Yeah, I could do it.
Here, let me.
I'd miss my materials, but I would do it.
I do it too.
You have some of them.
I collect Lego. Go ahead.
At this point, Jake's audio cuts out for a second, and we don't realize it for a little bit. I guess like this size, probably like that size, would be okay. At this point, DaftPina and I are exchanging pictures of camper vans in the Discord chat.
I feel like we posted nearly the same thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that in America? You can travel across in America and whatnot.
In America?
In Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
50 states.
Is it true?
Soon to be 51.
Is it true?
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, Canada's becoming a state. I'm just kidding. It's DC.
Washington, D.C.
Hey, is it
becoming a
true?
state.
At this point, Jake's audio cuts back in.
Hey, can you guys
What,
hear
Jake?
me? I'm sketched out that it's not working.
Did we lose Jake?
Hello?
He said, is it Trudeau? Yes.
can you guys hear
he
me?
is the prime minister.
Oh, now we can.
Oh, thank God. My phone keeps cutting out. Sorry about that. Did you, is it true that in Britain, if someone's like 45 minutes away, like if they work 45 minutes away, they just don't drive back, they just like stay in a hotel? Because like 45 minutes is like they're like, oh, 45 minutes, that's too long. But in America, we're like, oh, 2-hour drive? Yeah, sure, we'll do that in a day.
Let me commute 2 hours each way.
Is someone in this chat British? I don't think I can answer that question properly.
I was gonna say neither of us are British, so I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you both just seemed very knowledgeable. I just heard that once because I commute 3 hours a day, and that's like fine. But I have one British friend, and
Lars can answer it.
What's up?
Only he was here.
He says I can answer, but this isn't my podcast. So if we let Lars answer, we would have to let everybody on.
Yeah, it's like opening the floodgates.
Yeah.
When you start letting the riffraff in, you can't. Doesn't work.
I assume that some of the time, that is what happens.
So would you guys get a VPN? Well, I guess this one's for Joe. Joe. Would you get a VPN if TikTok got taken down?
Joe,
I would get a VPN to keep if I could keep using TikTok, I would.
Gotcha.
What about you?
Yeah, 100%. Except I feel like I'd get less views because like 80% of my audience is American.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my audience is from India, and a lot of Floral's audience is from India. Actually, about half of our TikTok views come from India.
Really?
Yeah, more than half of our TikTok of our podcast views.
You're gonna be the next chicken eating guy.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you're in America, you have to listen twice.
Listen twice.
Yeah. And share with all your friends.
There will be another TikTok. There will be another, like how Vine disappeared, TikTok came. There will be another service. Like when MySpace was dying, Facebook was becoming something people wanted to use.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the next thing after Facebook. I'm tired of Facebook.
Yep, Facebook annoys me.
Me too. The only reason I don't delete my Facebook is because of like my networking is on there. Everybody that I know and I'm acquainted with is on there. So I feel like I shouldn't delete it.
There is a new blogging platform. I'll link it here. It's called Pellifort, mainly for artists.
That sounds nice.
But here's why it's not going to go as far spread in its open beta. You have to pay a one-time fee of $5 to use it.
Oh, I see.
Pillowfort.
And I'm going to say, remember when Google Glass came out?
Yes.
And Google specifically said there will be no porn on it. And for no reason in particular, no one wanted to use Google Glass. Pellifort does not allow not safe work.
Oh.
Kind of. They do, but you have to automatically, like, filter it, and I know some people won't do that.
Wasn't Google Glass just expensive? And that's why people didn't use it?
I'd believe that too.
I used my friend's Google Glass once, and it was just like a really cool, novel thing to do. But I don't remember thinking like this is something that I need to own. Not like an Apple Watch where it's something that's going to change your quality of life, you know.
Hey, Daft, do you mind if I ask you a quick question about TikTok?
Sure.
It's like, that's such a weird, I don't know why I phrase it like that. You're on the TikTok podcast. I'm like, can I ask you a TikTok question? Sorry, that was dumb. What like stopped you from getting a TikTok?
I was never interested.
You know what? Touche.
All right. I feel like that. I feel
like
a
post.
Sorry. Go.
That's the ending. That's just.
Well, I did look it up just to make sure. The worst thing I do is spread misinformation, right? Pillow Fort does allow not safe word content.
Oh.
But I still think most people won't use it because of the $5 fee.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one time.
It's not that much, but just being like $5, people are like, not worth my time.
Well,
would you pay $5 to use Twitter?
No.
Even if it's once?
No, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
It is not worth money. It is not worth it.
I don't even like Twitter that much.
I use it to just comment funny things to my friends. Like, I'm literally going to use this just to tweet a joke at both of you, and then I'm going to go to bed. Like, I don't care about Twitter.
Speaking of which, I feel like we've been going for like 40 minutes. I feel like this is a good amount of time to sort of wrap things up.
Mm-hmm.
Daft, if people want to follow you, where can they do that?
They can follow me on YouTube at DaftPina or Twitter.
Right. And Jake, where can people follow you at?
Well, for as long as TikTok is alive and well,
right.
They can hit me up on just TikTok, just Jake Trumper. And I'm just Jake Trumper on everything. If you just type in Jake Trumper, you'll find me. Anywhere, everywhere.
And
Joe, how do we find you?
I'm Disney Joey on TikTok and Joey Cooks. Joey Cooks just hit 1,000 followers, by the way.
Hey, friends.
Thank you. Ooh. And I'm doing the first podcast at t1podcast.com, and I just started the Spaghetto podcast. So just Google the Spaghetto podcast, and we're on there. We've done we recorded 3 episodes. Today we recorded with Merriweather.
Joe, I just realized that's kind of like your other project. If the TikTok podcast fails, you're just like, other podcast. So you got your foot in another boat. You're ready. I feel less guilty now.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I have different things that I'm doing. If this fails, then like we'll probably each do our own things. I feel bad for Floral though, because she just spent like $130 on a mic for this show.
Oh my. We're like, sorry, Floral, it's canceled. We're done. She's like, do you want to do another podcast? No, it's done. We can never talk to each other ever again.
There's only so much to talk about on TikTok anyway. But
just ended. And it ends our friendship. We're just done. No, we're not friends anymore after this.
No, we'll still be friends.
Aw, thanks, Joe. I really appreciate it.
We'll always be friends. You can't get rid of me that easily, Jake.
Aw. Daph's just over there like, oh God. What have I?
Jake has helped me alleviate my desire for a lemonade stand.
Exactly.
And
helped you on your. Oh, dude! I also have information to tell you about radio jobs as well.
Okay. Yeah, I've been Jake's been helping me on my radio reel.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, let's talk about that after the show.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about it.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Oh no, I'm getting stampeded by all these farm animals. We'll just cut it there.
Oh my God, Joe. It backfired. Oh my God.
You shouldn't have had them.
No.
All right.
Not Joe.
All right.
Oh, it was a bit. Oh, duh.